Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Jack and you are watching some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, why are you watching Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Well, I've been playing the game quite a lot the last couple of weeks since I got it, and it's pretty good. I want to start uploading a bit more. Obviously, I want to upload onto the channel, which I haven't been doing the past few weeks because I've just been super busy and I get a lot of free time to play Call of Duty. So I thought, why not make my free time and my hobby into something I actually upload on YouTube. I did used to upload it, but it kind of faded out, and I stopped playing it for about like 2 or 3 years maybe. But yeah, I've played the game quite a lot now. I'd say like I'm nearly level 50, so I've got a good sort of understanding of the game and what it has like feature wise. So I thought I'd do sort of a first impressions, maybe take a look at the game, sort of the pros and cons, and see whether or not you should buy it. Straight off the bat, I'm really enjoying the game. It's really fun, and I haven't played Call of Duty properly in a while, so it's kind of refreshing, and it's a good game to come back to. There's no sort of jumping, there's no sort of any of this extra like loot crate shit. And like I say, I thought it'd be fun to share my pros and cons about the game, so you guys, if you don't already have it, can make an educated decision before purchasing. Full disclaimer, I would, but please watch the video. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to do it sort of pros and then con style, and then sort of at the end just a bit of both and maybe a bit of overall type of thing. I don't want to drag it out, so let's get straight into it. So let's get on to the pros. So the first thing I have down is there's lots of gun selection and attachments. I like this aspect of the game because it feels a bit more personal to you and you're less likely to have the same loadout as your opponent. Obviously, there are going to be some OP classes that a lot of people will rock, but at the moment, I'm trying out various guns, attachments, and perk loadouts, and it's pretty good. Obviously, some of them don't work for me, but I'm having fun trying them out and sort of finding out what does work for me. And along with that, because I'm using a lot of different guns, I'm leveling up guns quite fast, so I'm also getting good like XP from games. Pro number 2. I like how, especially in like objective point game modes, like hardpoint or headquarters, how fast paced the game is. As everyone's sort of fighting for one point, and the maps are a good size, they're not too small. Some of them are quite big, but like I say, they're a good size. There's a lot of running around. There's a lot of running and gunning, which I do actually enjoy. Obviously, you get people camping, but you're going to get that in every game mode. You get that in Team Deathmatch, and that's just a simple up to 75 game mode. Can be annoying, I will admit, but it's just something you got to deal with. It's Call of Duty at the end of the day, and there's not going to be people as much or as skilled as you. Pro number 3. Let's talk about the streak system. So I really like what they've introduced this time. So I like how you have different streaks for a different amount of kills. Obviously that was standard. That's sort of what you got with Call of Duty, or sort of how many points you get. But what I'm talking about is, so say for instance you can't get all 3 of the streaks by getting 4 kills. Like on the 4th kill you won't get 3 streaks. So for those of you that don't know, you have like, how do I explain it? It's sort of boxed into categories. So for 3 kills you can have one of these streaks, and for 5 kills you can have one of these streaks. Obviously you get 3 streaks like in total that you can equip, but just the kills, so say there'll be 3 streaks for 5 kills, you can only have one of them streaks. So I do really like this, but I do want to mention how you can't really lap streak, and I think it's stupid. I think if you're good enough to earn it, then you deserve it, but hey ho, my name's not Infinity Ward. Now I want to sort of get onto like 3 sort of nitpicky things you wouldn't really think about that I really do like about the game. So the lobby screen is sort of, rather than it being a plain lobby screen where you just vote, you've got your characters walking around, you've got your players and your party walking around. I know it's something really small, but you do look at it quite a lot, as much as you don't think, like you passively look at it. And I think it's really cool. It's a good little feature. You can see all your guys' customization, how like all your party, or how everyone in your party differs depending on what achievements they've got or what they've completed in the game. So obviously you unlock different customization for your person. I also think it's cool that you can preview weapons. Granted, it's something you probably won't use that much, but I think it's nice to have the option. Obviously it's nice to be able to sort of go and see, oh, I've got diamond camo, let's have a little look. Oh, let's see what this camo looks like, blah, blah, blah. Granted, you won't use it much, but it's a cool little feature to have. And the last nitpicky thing, guys, the best one I think is the classic mute all function. Everybody needs that. Everyone wants to mute random people in the party, and it is just great. It's great that you can press one button to do it in game or out game, and honestly, I respect the mute button a lot. The mute button has a lot of my time. Now let's get on to some cons. Now I don't want to say they're completely negative. These are all personal to me. Obviously some of them do apply to more people than just me. Like there's a lot of people playing Call of Duty, but these are just things that I sort of pick up more than anything else. And again, there's going to be a lot more pros that I haven't mentioned, a lot more cons that I probably won't mention, but it is a game that sort of, it's from my perspective. So con number 1, some of the maps are big and open, so obviously that can be good, but it does feel more like Battlefield at times. You do get used to it, you learn how to approach the map or which route works for you over time, and I have a pretty good idea now. I'm just about to touch level 50, so it did take me a solid in-game time of about like 9 hours or something. I don't know what my in-game time is or something around that, but I haven't played COD properly in a couple of years, so it did take a bit of getting used to. And it does very much, when you play them 5-flag ground war sort of domination games, it does feel insanely like Battlefield. I mean, you might like that. I don't personally mind it that much. It's just something that I'd like to look at, because for me, Call of Duty, when I think Call of Duty, I just think of Nuketown, and that is a small map, very close quarters, very fun, and it's nothing like some of these big maps that we're getting. Con number 2. I've come across a lot of teammates that just don't want to play the objective. It's okay if they're getting kills and covering you where you capture a flag or a hard point, or if they're sort of defending you, but if they're nowhere to be seen and you're getting caned, it's quite annoying, I won't lie to you. I have had times where I've played hardpoint and it's been a good close 250 to 245 game and we've lost, and there's been people on the team with 0-second contribution, and even 10 seconds could have changed the outcome. Like, step on the hardpoint for 5 seconds, that's 5 points. I mean, just defend it a little bit, you'll get some more points, you get more XP for it as well. Because half the time you get people with 0-second contribution who haven't even got any kills, so what have they been doing all game? Now I've got 2 sort of nitpicky con things as well. It's like things that you might think, grow up a bit, Jack, grow a pair. So the first one is theatre mode. Obviously there isn't any. So just to give you a bit of backstory, Activision and Infinity Ward wanted to focus more on gameplay rather than extra add-on features. So if you had a good game and you wasn't recording, or you don't have the PlayStation share set up correctly, then you've lost the game. Next thing is the mini-map. Now, personally, I think the mini-map should be called the micro-map, because you can see fuck all. It may as well not be there, I'm not even going to lie. It's like you're playing hardcore. I mean, you can see the building you're in, and that's pretty much it. And let me tell you, the buildings aren't that big. I find myself not really using the map that much. I sort of use it to kind of see what direction the enemy team are in, rather than who's sort of coming towards me. I don't know if that makes sense. It does in my head. Now I want to move on to something that can see. It's only 1 point, but it's something that can be seen sort of as both sides of the pro and con chart. But like I said, this can be seen as both pro and con depending on what side of the bullet you're on. But some maps, particularly in domination game modes, on maps like Piccadilly Circus or how's it said? Epfrat's Bridge, I'm gonna say, it has the tendency to be very sort of side heavy, if that makes sense. By this I mean, if you push straight and cap B, then you pretty much have B for the whole game. It's pretty easy to defend, meaning an easy victory. Obviously this can be seen as good for the winning side, but it is, and in some cases, it's near impossible to take the flag back, especially if you have teammates who don't want to play the objective, like I've mentioned. Again, an argument could be made that challenging will make you better, but it also sometimes does suck the fun out of it, because you are just getting peppered by some level 282, and you're only a level 4 and only just unlocked a creator class. Anyway guys, this is sort of my first impressions. I don't really know if it's a first impressions or a comparison video. I don't really know what it is, but I'm going to call it first impressions. It's sort of my ideology behind Call of Duty. If you did enjoy this, please drop a like. Obviously subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you're excited to see more Call of Duty, please let me know by subscribing. And also, you know what, in the comments down below, if you've got any videos that you want me to try and do on Call of Duty, then please let me know, because obviously I would like to have a wide array of things for you to watch. But other than that guys, thank you so much for watching. My name's Jack, you guys have been awesome, and I'm out. Peace.